Hello scale modelers from YouTube and welcome to my channel. This is a quick video with an update of my first build of 2023. If you've seen my unboxing video, you know that my first build of this year is this 1977 Porsche 935 baby from Italeri, kit number 3639 in 1/24 scale. It's almost finished, but while waiting for the clear coat on the body to cure well, to proceed with the final assemblies, I would like to show you the actual status of the build, and share a problem that I had with the decals, and how I solve it. Starting with the chassis, you can see that it was built box stock, painted flat black, and dry brushed with silver. Underside, it was also painted flat black, and dry brushed with silver, to highlight the details, and the engine bottom was painted aluminum, and washed with Tamiya panel line accent color black. The elements of the front and rear axles were painted magnesium to have a color contrast with the black of the rest of the chassis. The engine top was painted aluminum, with some details gold, magnesium, and flat black. It was also washed with the Tamiya panel line accent color black, to give it a more realistic look. For the interior, I just didn't exactly follow the color scheme of some elements. The seat I painted gray, and washed with Tamiya panel line accent color black, to give it a used look, and the roll bar, I painted it silver, to have a color contrast with the black of the rest of the interior. For the dashboard, there were no decals, so I detail painted the gauges, and the other details, the best I could. The steering wheel, instead of painted all black, I painted the spokes with aluminum, and the fixing nuts with gold. In the wheels, I painted the rims aluminum, with the central spokes painted gold. Then, the covers were painted semi-gloss black, with the central nuts painted gold, and the small nuts around them painted silver. Finally, I sanded the tire tracks. To give them a used look, I placed the decals, and installed them in the chassis. Now, let's see the bodywork, and the difficulties I faced. I started by sanding all the seam lines, and mold lines from the body, then I painted it with white primer. As the base color of the livery is white, I didn't paint the body with any paint, other than the primer. Then, I painted some details, like the black area on the rear, and the trims around the windows, the gas caps as well as the locks on the hood, with silver, and I installed the taillights. For the small red light on the rear, I used a clear part from my parts box. I placed the decals, with patience and setting solution, mainly on the decals that had to be molded to the curves of the body, like on the rear fenders and on the front spoiler. The decals went very nicely, as I said, with some patience and the setting solution, but I think I was tired when I was doing this task and made a mistake. I swapped two of the decals, the Martini Porsche one, that is now on the top of the rear wing, by the Martini Racing one, that is now on the rear of the car. When I noticed this mistake, I tried to remove them, but they were already dry, and well fixed to the surface. So, before I could ruin them, I decided to leave them where they were. It is what it is, and I can live with this error. I let the decals dry for several hours, then, to seal them, and give a gloss look to the white primer, I gave a first coat of gloss varnish to all the body. After this first clear coat, in some decals appeared bubbles, as if the decals were lifting in some areas. I assumed that the decals were already dry, and well fixed to the surface, but I'm not sure what could have caused this strange reaction. To overcome this situation, with some additional patience, my option was to pierce the bubbles with a pin, and use a lot of the setting solution in the affected areas. After well dry, I gave a few more coats of varnish, all over the body, and nothing bad happened again. It's not perfect, but after this varnish has dried well, I'll give it a good polish, and I think it will be good enough. So, this is the actual status of this build, and I hope to finish it very soon. Even because, in parallel, I'm already building the 1965 Chevy Impala, Foose design, for the psychedelic 60s group build. Therefore, stay tuned for the next video, with the final reveal of this build, or with the first update on the 1965 Chevy Impala build. Thank you for watching and thank you to all my subscribers. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below with any question or feedback. See you in the next video.